Okay, we're looking at a way to assess your frontal plane mobility. If you watch me shift left and right, you may be able to see that I go a little further this way than I go that way. I feel kind of a bigger stretch right here. It's easier for me to go this way than that way. You can do this in front of a mirror, or you can get a video of it, because sometimes you may feel more stretch someplace, but you may be going a little bit further that way. But you can kind of play with this with the toes in, the toes straight ahead, toes out. You might also go into kind of a staggered stance. You can kind of explore this a little bit and really kind of figure out how you feel differently left versus right. I can also go into, if I want to check it out a little bit further, I can do sort of this step across, and that'll largely give me a feel for any differences. Again, done in front of a mirror is pretty useful. And again, when I go over here, I feel quite a bit more tension than when I go over here. I could also bring in kind of this arm drive into it, and that's going to create even more sort of frontal plane movement and more of a sense of how far and how well can you move in either side. By the way, I was just stepping in front. You could also look at this by stepping kind of behind and across. It's a little bit different, but sort of similar. When I step in front, I get a little bit of internal rotation of the hip. When I step behind, I get a little bit of external rotation of the hip. So that might be some useful stuff to look at. So those are a few ways to get a feel for your frontal plane hip mobility.